Hello, beautiful, wonderful, majestic souls of YouTube. My name is Dan. This is my channel, That Good Tarot, where we do timeless readings for anyone with any placements from your angels, your ancestors, your higher self, always for your highest good. Let's get into it. Ooh, okay. She sings a lot. If you're new here, she sings a lot because she is a singer, and that's what I do 80% of the time. So that'll slip out sometimes. We have the Five of Swords, we have the Hermit, and then we have the Tower. It seems like you are coming out of a place of deep recovery, deep recovery, which of course implies that you are coming out of a space of great trauma, pain, hurt, healing. Straight off the bat, I'm getting the feeling that you are still struggling with letting people in entirely. I feel like because you have been through so much, it's really affected the way that you trust people, but also I get this sense of I can deal with it on my own. Maybe some of you were very early on taught to self-soothe. Maybe as a child spent a lot of time just kind of like in your bedroom, just working through your emotions alone. And so I feel like with this Tower here, you coming out of this healing phase into a place much more new. What is being asked of you is that you start to, I feel like this is going to be potentially controversial for you, but you need to express your emotional needs to people as they're happening. I feel like you're the kind of person that only really lets people know something has emotionally gone on within you after the fact. You let them know when it's resolved, but it leaves you very alone. And I think that you're reinforcing to your inner child that you're unlovable when you're emotional, and that in order to receive love, you need to by yourself rectify any issues that you have. Ooh, okay. Girl. I mean, girl in a totally unisex way. All right, let's get into this Five of Swords and see if we can get any more information on that. It just feels like if the feeling I get from this energy is like, if I'm hurt, then I need to be alone. You need to be alone and separated when you're hurt. You need to be isolated when you're hurt. Yes, okay. We have the Nine of Swords, the High Priestess, and the Ten of Wands. I feel like you might feel like the ugliest parts of you come out when you're emotional, and there might have been a lot of people in your world that made you feel like when you're emotional, you are ugly and you are unlovable. But if you can allow people to see you fully and wholly, even when you are in pain, it's actually going to connect you on a much more spiritual level, not just to people, but in general, to the energy of the universe. Because it feels like it's almost this block. Like I feel like you're almost like creating a darker shadow around you by not, like in terms of like shadow work, if we know what that is, it's kind of like the things you don't look at kind of get bigger, but yours is like getting darker because you hide it so much. But when you start to let people into every single facet of you, you start to let energy in towards every single facet. Because it feels like when you're hurt, you keep that so separated. And because it's so locked off from the world, the sunlight doesn't even hit it. Like, that's how hidden it is. The light doesn't even get to hit your darkness. And so it just gets darker. It just like keeps festering. So you need to let the light in, you need to let people in, and it's actually going to alleviate so much. And yes, of course, we should know that letting people in
to our emotions can help and heal that. But for you, I really don't think, like, I know you know that logically, but I don't think you subconsciously or like in your bones understand that concept, or even have like evidence through your experience that that's a thing. Because when you have shown yourself emotionally to people, those people didn't have the capacity to show up for you. Often these are people that don't have the emotional depth or can't go that deep themselves, so they reject it within you. Or they just can't handle, you know. So you don't have the evidence that you're going to be accepted and loved. So I know it's going to be hard for you to go on this journey, but that's what's being asked of you now. That's a big one. That one's hitting me pretty hard. But we're going to go on this journey together, and we are going to let people in emotionally. Yes. And we're excited. We're excited to have corrective experiences about whether or not people can support us emotionally, or just have the capacity and be loving and accepting and validating of our emotions. You are going to find people that validate your emotions. I'm sure you already have people that validate your emotions, and they would love to be let into that world. And the only thing that's really stopping that from happening is you thinking that they're going to love you less if you let them in, which they just won't. They won't. And if they do, you can kick them out of your circle. They do not belong there. And that's how you know. That's how you know. Okay. We're getting into the Hermit energy now. Ace of Cups, Queen of Cups, Temperance. Oof, I feel it. I feel this cleansing. It is really time to wash away the old narratives about how people are going to show up for you and what you deserve from people. It is time for those to wash away, to let it go. It's going to feel more refreshing than difficult. I know that letting all of this go and letting people in and letting other things out, it sounds probably like a very difficult thing, like an uphill battle, but when it comes time, it's actually going to feel very easy. It's going to feel like water, just like gently waving over your body. It's going to come so easily. Trust in that process. Trust that that is what is coming up for you. I feel like the reason why this is coming up is because you need the message that like this isn't going to be as painful as you think it's going to be. It's not going to be anywhere near as painful as the things that you have been through. This is nothing compared to what you have been through. Remember that. And you probably know that. Be like, girl, you don't know what I've been through. You don't understand the stuff I've been through. I am unstoppable because of the way I was treated, the things that happened to me, like, that's some other ish. I know. This is why you can handle this, because this is going to be nothing compared to all of that. It's going to feel like waves on your skin at the beach, just flowing in, flowing out, doesn't hurt. You feel it, it's there, and it feels reassuring, gentle. We don't want to leave. We don't want to leave this energy of letting it go, letting good things in, and letting the bad wash away and leave you. You needed to hear that. You need to know that that's what it's going to feel like. So don't be afraid of it. Just like when we go to the beach and we're afraid that the water's going to be cold. Like, yeah, maybe you'll be uncomfortable for like a second, but then it's going to feel so nice. And you're going to be like, oh, I wish I did this all the time. I wish I came to the beach all the time. Let's get into this Tower energy. Universe, please, insight information. What does the collective need to know about this Tower energy coming through? Ooh. Okay, we have the Star, Four of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, Four of Cups, Queen of Wands. Okay. This is going a little bit more career, but the path that you wanted for yourself is not going to be as as abundant as the path ahead of you that you are not at all expecting, that is going to entirely set up the foundation for your life. So this is what I'm getting. I'm getting that you have had in your mind this fixed idea of like what you're going to do, what you're going to be, and how your life is going to be shaped around that. And the message is like, it's actually not going to go that way. It's actually not going to go that way. Something else that you do is going to pick up and explode in a way that is going to shower you with so much abundance. And I think at first you're going to be like, but I didn't want that. Like I wanted to do the other thing. But I think that when it comes down to, like, I think that this other thing, I think it's going to bring you more joy. I think it's going to bring you more stability. It might not be the glamorous thing that you expected, but I feel like it's actually going to give you so much more fertility in your life. Like, the thing that you thought you were going to do, like, it just leaves you in like a lack mindset. Like, I feel like it just leaves you wanting and expecting more, whereas the thing that you weren't expecting to explode just gives you so much more happiness, joy, fulfillment, and generally like a calm mind. I think that might be really, really significant. And I think what you'll come to learn is that a calm, peaceful mind and stability around that is so priceless. Not even to mention that this is going to be the more abundant path for you, but in terms of your mental health, the calm mind is not something that the other path would give you. Now, I'm not ruling out that other path can't in some way, shape or form still be part of your life. I'm not saying at all that it has to be one or the other. I'm saying that one of them is going to explode and be so much more successful than you wanted maybe the other one to be. You can still do both things. You can still have everything you want, babe. It was like, you can have both. I am all for like, why do I need to pick between the two when I can have both? I'm just saying that like, you did not expect this to blow up. You did not expect people to respond to this, and you almost like don't know what to do with it. And you're almost, maybe part of you is like, this is taking so much time, taking so much attention. Like, it's not even what I wanted to do. This is a blessing and a gift. And the reason why this is so much more successful is because you're actually more coded to do this thing than you are to do that thing. For example, maybe you thought you're going to be like a super famous actress, singer, influencer. But really, what you're really, really good at is sharing knowledge, experience, and teaching. And this side really resonates with people. And like, at your core, you are such a giving person that of course this resonates more, because whether or not it's something that you are trying to lean into, your wisdom and experience or whatever energy you exist within in this lane is just so strong that people can't help but gravitate towards it. It's undeniable. It's an absolutely undeniable part of you. And that's why it just ends up being so successful. So it's not necessarily that like, oh, but I wanted to do this thing and this thing doesn't feel... The reason why this thing over here doesn't feel like... It feels like it shouldn't be the thing because it feels easier. And you feel like you have to work hard for all of the things that you get, for your success. You feel like you're supposed to work hard. And in this arena, you've had to work really hard for the success that you get. But it's not that you're not working hard. It's just that the work comes really easy. You're still doing a lot in this lane. It's just that it comes really easy to you because you so naturally like inhabit the energy that is required. Like, there are people that wish they could show up doing this in the way that you do and being as successful, and you're almost just like, oh, but I didn't even want to do that. It's not even what I planned. No, it's not what you planned, but maybe it's part of what your purpose is and part of why you're here and part of the gifts that you are supposed to give. And again, I'm not saying you need to give this up. You can have everything you want. Just If a certain project or a certain lane that you're in happens to pick up and you just weren't expecting it, I'm just saying, lean in, because there is clearly something so special about what you have to offer to that industry, to the people that are responding to it, to the people that gravitate towards it. Lean in, because whatever that thing is, I think that the people around it that are receiving it really, really benefit from it. Let's get into some last little affirmations. If you resonate with this reading, like I've mentioned in some of my other readings, I took a big break. So the algorithm's not loving me. So if you could help a sister out and drop a little comment, a like, a subscribe, it would mean the absolute world to me. But yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for letting me tap into your energy, because it is stunning. Absolutely stunning. All right, we have Flower Child. I hope that over everyone else, you learn to make yourself proud. Flower Child, momentum, creativity, action. Yes. And then we have find those who inspire you to bloom, grow together, community, connection, reciprocation. I think the big last message here is to accept the beautiful things about you, accept the people that want to come in towards you. And I think especially relating to that last message on the tarot cards, accept this innate beautiful quality that you have, because I feel like part of you really feels like you need to earn love, and so you imagine yourself doing that your whole life. And so when you get love from places that you don't have to earn it, it doesn't feel as tangible, or you don't recognize it as love. Ooh. Ooh. You just said something. Okay. You don't recognize it as love. It is time for you to recognize you are innately gifted, innately talented. You have an innate energy that people respond to. You do not have to earn love, and the response that you get from that is so worthwhile, more worthwhile than when you have to earn love. So it's time for you to start seeing it, time for you to start letting people in, time to let people in, not just to your most perfect curated moments, but the moments when you aren't so curated and perfect. That's when you need to let people in even more. Start with your friends, start with your family, start with a phone call to a friend. 10-minute, 5-minute phone call, 10-minute phone call. Baby step your way in to letting people know how you're doing. You will see all the darker parts start to lighten up, and you will start to see your energy get more expansive. You'll start to see even more people gravitating towards you because you're actually letting them in. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for letting me be in your energy as always, and I'll see you in the next reading.